Hello everyone, and welcome back to Old Coins News. Today, we're exploring four fascinating Eisenhower $1 coins, 1971, 1972D, 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial, and 1977D. Each coin tells a story of President Dwight D. Eisenhower and a part of American history. Stay with us until the end to discover their unique features and value. The 1977 D Eisenhower Dollar is an important piece of American numismatic history and represents the final years of the large-size U.S. $1 coins before the smaller dollar coins replaced them. This coin was produced by the United States Mint and carries inscriptions that reflect American values and national identity, including United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, Liberty, and In God We Trust. The letter D on the coin indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the main facilities responsible for producing circulating coins in the United States. The 1977 D Eisenhower Dollar was part of the Eisenhower Dollar series that was struck from 1971 to 1978 to honor the legacy of the former U.S. President and World War II hero Dwight D. Eisenhower. These coins were widely recognized for their large size, historical significance, and connection to one of America's most respected leaders. The Obverse, or front side, of the 1977 D Eisenhower Dollar features a bold and detailed portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left. The portrait was designed by the talented chief engraver Frank Gasparro, who played a major role in designing several modern American coins. Above Eisenhower's portrait appears the word liberty, which symbolizes the core ideals of freedom and democracy that define the United States. The phrase, In God We Trust, is also placed on the obverse, reflecting the national motto that appears on American currency. Below the portrait, the year 1977 is clearly displayed, marking the year of minting. On coins produced in Denver, the small D mint mark appears below Eisenhower's neck area. The design is simple yet powerful, emphasizing the dignity and leadership associated with Eisenhower, who served as the 34th President of the United States from 1953 to 1961. The reverse side of the coin contains one of the most recognizable designs in American coinage. It shows an eagle landing on the moon while holding an olive branch, symbolizing peace achieved through strength and exploration. This design was inspired by the mission patch of the historic Apollo 11 moon landing, the first successful mission that landed humans on the moon in 1969. The eagle is depicted descending toward the lunar surface with the Earth visible in the background, representing humanity's technological achievement and America's leadership in space exploration during the 20th century. Around the design are the inscriptions United States of America and $1, identifying the issuing country and the coin's denomination. Above the eagle appears the Latin phrase E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many, one, a traditional motto of the United States that represents unity among the states. The 1977 D Eisenhower Dollar was struck using a copper-nickel-clad composition rather than silver. Earlier Eisenhower dollars produced for collectors sometimes contained 40% silver, but the regular circulation coins such as the 1977 D version were made of layers of copper and nickel bonded together. The outer layers are made of a copper-nickel alloy, while the inner core consists mainly of copper. This composition made the coin durable and suitable for everyday use in circulation. The coin weighs approximately 22.68 grams and has a diameter of about 38.1 millimeters, making it one of the largest coins ever produced for regular circulation in the modern United States. Because of its large size and weight, many people found it inconvenient to carry, which eventually contributed to the decision to replace it with smaller dollar coins. The coin's edge is reeded, meaning it contains a series of small vertical grooves around the rim. Reeded edges were historically used on silver coins to prevent people from shaving small amounts of precious metal from the edges. Even though the Eisenhower dollar was not made of solid silver for circulation, the traditional reeded edge remained as a security feature and as part of the coin's classic design. The detailed minting process involved striking the coin with immense pressure using specially engraved dies. This ensured that the fine details of Eisenhower's portrait and the lunar eagle design were sharply transferred onto each coin blank. In terms of mintage, the 1977 D Eisenhower Dollar was produced in large quantities by the Denver Mint. Millions of these coins were struck for circulation, making them relatively common compared to some earlier or special edition coins. However, collectors often search for well-preserved examples in uncirculated condition, as well as coins that display strong strikes, minimal wear, and attractive luster. In coin collecting, the condition of a coin is described using grading terms such as good, fine, extremely fine, and mint state. Coins graded mint state MS have never been circulated and retain their original mint luster, making them more valuable than worn examples. Although the 1977 D Eisenhower Dollar is generally not considered extremely rare, it still holds value for collectors because it represents the final years of the Eisenhower Dollar series. In typical circulated condition, the coin may only be worth a small premium over its face value of $1. However, high-grade uncirculated specimens can command higher prices in the numismatic market, especially if they have exceptional eye appeal or are certified by professional grading organizations. Occasionally, coins with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual die marks, can become significantly more valuable to collectors who specialize in error coins. Another reason collectors appreciate the 1977 D Eisenhower Dollar is its historical context. The coin honors Dwight D. Eisenhower, who was not only a U.S. president but also the supreme commander of Allied forces during World War II in Europe. His leadership played a crucial role in the Allied victory, and his presidency helped guide the United States through the early years of the Cold War. By placing Eisenhower's portrait on the $1 coin, the United States Mint paid tribute to his lasting influence on American history and global affairs. The Eisenhower Dollar series also reflects the excitement and national pride associated with the American space program. The reverse design referencing the Apollo 11 moon landing serves as a reminder of humanity's greatest achievements in exploration and science. When people examine this coin closely, they can see the careful engraving of the eagle's wings, the texture of the lunar surface, and the small yet symbolic image of the Earth floating in space. The 1776-1976 D. Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar is one of the most historic modern coins produced in the United States. This special dollar coin was issued to celebrate the 200th anniversary of American independence, marking the historic moment when the United States declared independence from Great Britain in 1776. The bicentennial celebration took place in 1976, and to honor this important milestone, the United States Mint created special commemorative design for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. The Eisenhower Dollar with a dual date 1776 to 1976 became a powerful symbol of American heritage, unity, and pride. It combined patriotic imagery with historical meaning, making it one of the most interesting coins in modern U.S. numismatic history. The Obverse front of the 1776-1976 D. Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar features the well-known portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and a highly respected military leader during World War II. The portrait was designed by Frank Gasparro, who served as a chief engraver of the United States Mint. Eisenhower is shown facing left, and the design reflects strength, leadership, and dignity. Above his portrait appears the word liberty, which is one of the most important words found on American coins and represents the core principle upon which the nation was founded. Just below Eisenhower's neck, the motto "I and God we trust" appears clearly engraved. This phrase became the official national motto of the United States in 1956 and has been used on U.S. coin for many decades. On the right side of the portrait appears a special dual date 1776 to 1976, representing the bicentennial celebration of American independence. Near the date is a small letter D, indicating that this coin was minted at the Denver Mint. The reverse back of the 1776-1976 D. Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar features a completely different design from the standard Eisenhower Dollar. Instead of the eagle landing on the moon that appeared on regular issues, the bicentennial coin displays a patriotic design created by artist Dennis R. Williams. The reverse shows the famous Liberty Bell placed in front of the moon, symbolizing both America's fight for independence and its achievements in space exploration. The Liberty Bell is one of the most recognized symbols of American freedom and is associated with the American Declaration of Independence in 1776. The moon behind the bell represents the nation's technological progress and references the historic Apollo 11 moon landing, which occurred in 1969. Around the top of the coin appear the words United States of America, and along the bottom appears the denomination $1. Above the Liberty Bell is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, which means out of many, one, reflecting the unity of the American states. Physically, the The 1776-1976 D Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar is a large coin with impressive size and weight. It has a diameter of approximately 38.1 millimeters, making it significantly larger than most coins used in everyday transactions. The weight of the coin is about 22.68 grams, and it was struck using a copper-nickel clad composition. This means the outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, while the inner core is primarily copper. This composition gives the coin a bright silver-colored appearance while maintaining strength and durability for circulation. Unlike some collector versions of bicentennial dollars produced in San Francisco that contain 40% silver, the Denver minted D coins were made only for circulation and did not contain silver. The mintage of the 1776-1976 D Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar was extremely large because the bicentennial celebration generated great public interest. The United States Mint struck more than 287 million coins at the Denver Mint alone. Because of this high production number, the coin is quite common today in circulated condition. Many Americans save these coins as souvenirs of the bicentennial celebration, which is why large quantities still exist in good condition. However, collectors often search for high-grade examples with strong details, brilliant mint luster, and minimal contact marks. Coins graded MS65 or higher can be significantly more valuable than ordinary circulated examples. The bicentennial dollar was part of a larger national celebration in 1976. During this time, the United States celebrated 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Special ceremonies, parades, and historical events took place across the country. To commemorate this occasion, the United States Mint redesigned 3 circulating coins: the quarter, half dollar, and dollar. Each of these coins carried the special dual date 1776 to 1976, ensuring that a bicentennial would always be remembered through American coinage. The Eisenhower Dollar version became particularly popular because of its large size and the striking Liberty Bell and Moon design. From a collector's perspective, the 1776-1976 D Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar is an important piece of modern American numismatics. Even though the coin is common, it holds great historical significance. It represents the pride and patriotism Americans felt during the bicentennial celebration. Many collectors enjoy building full sets of the Eisenhower Dollar series, which includes coins from 1971 through 1978. The bicentennial design stands out within this series because it was produced only for the anniversary celebration and features a unique reverse design that differs from all other Eisenhower dollars. Another interesting aspect of this coin is the symbolism behind the Liberty Bell. The bell originally hung in Independence Hall in Philadelphia and became famous as a symbol of freedom and democracy. By placing it on the reverse of the coin, designer Dennis R. Williams created a powerful connection between America's revolutionary past and its modern achievements. The addition of the moon behind the bell emphasizes that the United States not only values its historical roots, but also continues to explore new frontiers and scientific discoveries. Today, the 1776-1976 D Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar is widely collected by both beginners and experienced numismatists. In circulated condition, the coin usually sells for only a few dollars above its face value. However, high-quality uncirculated pieces, coins with exceptional luster, and certified graded examples can sell for much higher prices in the collector market. Some collectors also look for special varieties, proof-like surfaces, or coins with unusual mint errors, which can be even more valuable. The 1971 United States $1 coin with no mint mark, commonly known as a 1971 Eisenhower Dollar, Philadelphia issue, represents a powerful moment in American coinage history. This large and impressive coin marked the return of the dollar coin to circulation after a 5-year absence following the end of the Peace Dollar series in 1935. It carries the historic inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and "E Pluribus Unum," which reflect the nation's foundational principles of faith, freedom, and unity. The $1,971 was created to honor one of America's most respected military leaders and presidents, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and also to commemorate the achievements of the United States space program, particularly the Apollo 11 moon landing. For collectors and historians alike, this coin symbolizes patriotism, technological achievement, and the cultural spirit of the early 1970s. The obverse front of a 1971 Eisenhower dollar features a bold left-facing portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower. Eisenhower served as a supreme commander of Allied forces in Europe during World War II before becoming the 34th President of the United States from 1953 to 1961. Above his portrait appears the word Liberty, arching along the rim of the coin, while the motto "In God We Trust" is placed to the left of his neck. The date 1971 appears below the portrait. On coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1971, there is no mint mark, which is why they are commonly referred to as 1971 no mint mark dollars. This absence of a mint mark is normal and indicate production at the main Philadelphia facility. The reverse back of the coin carries a dramatic design inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia. It depicts an American eagle landing on the surface of the moon while holding an olive branch, symbolizing peaceful exploration. In the background, the Earth can be seen rising above the lunar horizon, representing humanity's achievements in space exploration. Above the eagle is the inscription United States of America, and below it is a denomination $1. The Latin motto E pluribus unum appears above the eagle, reinforcing the theme of unity among the states. This reverse design was created by Chief Engraver Frank Gasparo, who based it on the official Apollo 11 mission patch. The mission itself was carried out by NASA, marking the first successful manned moon landing in 1969. The release of the Eisenhower Dollar in 1971 was historically significant because it ended the long gap in dollar coin production that followed the final minting of the peace dollar in 1935. Rising demand from casinos and collectors encouraged the U.S. government to reintroduce a dollar coin. Additionally, honoring Eisenhower shortly after his death in 1969 was seen as a fitting tribute to his leadership and military service. The coin was approved by Congress and quickly entered production. In terms of composition, the 1971 Eisenhower dollar struck for circulation at the Philadelphia Mint was made from a copper-nickel-clad composition. The outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The coin weighs approximately 22.68 grams and measures 38.1 millimeters in diameter, making it one of the largest coins ever issued for regular U.S. circulation. Its reeded edge gives it a distinctive feel and appearance. Unlike special collector versions produced in San Francisco, the regular 1971 no mint mark coin does not contain silver. The total mintage for the 1971 Philadelphia Eisenhower dollar was very high, exceeding 47 million coins, making it a common issue in circulated grades. However, despite this large reduction number, many coins were heavily used in commerce, resulting in worn examples being far more common than high-grade uncirculated specimens. Because of the coin's large size and heavy weight, it was not widely popular with the public for everyday transactions, and many were stored rather than circulated extensively. Collectors today often evaluate the 1971 no mint mark Eisenhower dollar based on condition and strike quality. Coins are graded on a scale ranging from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. Circulated examples usually show wear on Eisenhower's hair and facial features, while uncirculated coins retain mint luster and sharper detail. One important factor for collectors is strike strength, as some 1971 issues are known for weak strikes, especially in the details of the earth and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. High-grade coins certified by professional grading services can command significantly higher prices than average circulated examples. Another interesting aspect of the 1971 Eisenhower dollar is its cultural and historical context. The early 1970s were a time of change in America. The Vietnam War was ongoing, the space race had recently achieved its greatest victory, and the nation was experiencing economic and social transformation. The combination of Eisenhower's image and the Apollo 11 reverse design reflects a strong sense of national pride, military strength, and technological advancement. It connects two major eras, World War II leadership and the space age. Although most circulated 1971 no mint mark Eisenhower dollars are worth only a small premium above face value, uncirculated examples in higher mint state grades can be more valuable. Coins with exceptional luster, minimal contact marks, and strong eye appeal are particularly sought after. Additionally, certain varieties, such as double dies or other mint errors, can attract collector interest and increase value. The Eisenhower Dollar series continued until 1978, after which it was replaced by the smaller Susan B. Anthony Dollar in 1979. Despite its short run, the Eisenhower dollar remains an important transitional coin in U.S. numismatic history. It represents the last large-sized dollar coin produced for circulation in the United States and stands as a tribute to both a respected president and the triumph of American space exploration. In conclusion, the 1971 United States $1 coin with no mint mark is much more than a simple piece of currency. It honors President Dwight D. Eisenhower, commemorates the Apollo 11 moon landing, and reflects the spirit of unity expressed in the motto E Pluribus Unum. With its bold design, large size, and historical symbolism, the coin remains a favorite among collectors and history enthusiasts. Though common in circulated condition, it holds deep significance as a symbol of American leadership, innovation, and national pride during a transformative period in the country's history. The 1972 D. Eisenhower Dollar is an important coin in modern American numismatic history and is part of the Eisenhower Dollar series issued from 1971 to 1978 by the United States Mint. This coin carries several traditional inscriptions including United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, $1, Liberty, and the national motto In God We Trust. The letter D on the coin indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint. The Eisenhower Dollar series was created to honor the life and legacy of Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and a respected military leader who served as the Supreme Commander of Allied forces during World War II. The 1972 issue represents the second year of the Eisenhower Dollar series, continuing the design and themes introduced in 1971 while reflecting the spirit of American leadership and technological achievement during the 20th century. The Obverse, or front side, of the 1972 D. Eisenhower Dollar features a large and detailed portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower facing toward the left. This portrait was designed by Frank Gasparro, who served as the chief engraver of the United States Mint. Gasparro was responsible for designing both the obverse and reverse of the Eisenhower Dollar. His design captures the strong and dignified features of Eisenhower, reflecting the leadership qualities that made him one of the most respected figures in American history. Above the portrait appears the word liberty, which symbolizes a fundamental principle of freedom that formed the foundation of the United States. Near the lower left portion of the portrait appears the national motto In God We Trust, a phrase that has been included on American currency since the 19th century and reflects the spiritual heritage of the nation. Beneath the portrait appears the date 1972, and on coin produced in Denver, the small D mint mark can be seen below Eisenhower's neck. The reverse side of the 1972 D. Eisenhower Dollar displays one of the most recognizable and meaningful designs in American coinage. It shows an eagle landing on the surface of the moon while holding an olive branch in its talons. This design was inspired by the mission insignia of the historic Apollo 11 moon landing, the first successful mission that landed astronauts on the moon in 1969. The eagle is depicted with its wings spread wide as it approaches the lunar surface, symbolizing both power and peaceful intention. The olive branch held by the eagle represents peace, while the lunar landscape beneath the bird reflects humanity's achievement in space exploration. In the background of the design, the Earth can be seen rising above the moon, reminding viewers of the connection between humanity and the vastness of space. Around the edge of the coin appear the inscriptions United States of America and $1, clearly identifying the issuing country and the denomination of coin. Above the eagle appears a Latin phrase, E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many, one. This phrase represents the unity of the states that together form the United States. The 1972 D. Eisenhower Dollar were produced primarily for circulation using a copper-nickel-clad composition. The coin consists of a pure copper core sandwich between outer layers made of a copper-nickel alloy. This layered structure gives the coin its silver-like appearance while maintaining durability for everyday use. The coin weighs approximately 22.68 grams and has a diameter of 38.1 millimeters, making it one of the largest coins produced for regular circulation in modern U.S. history. Its large size and heavy weight give it a distinctive presence compared to smaller denominations such as quarters or dimes. The edge of the coin is reeded, meaning it contains small vertical grooves around the rim. Reeded edges were historically used on precious metal coins to prevent the illegal shaving of small amounts of metal, and the design continues as a traditional feature on many modern coins. The Denver Mint produced millions of 1972 D. Eisenhower dollars to meet the demand for $1 coins in circulation. During the early 1970s, the U.S. government hoped that large dollar coins would become widely used in vending machines, casinos, and everyday transactions. However, despite their practical purpose, the coins were not widely adopted by the public. Many people found them inconvenient because of their large size and heavy weight, which made them difficult to carry in pockets or wallets. As a result, many Eisenhower dollars were saved as souvenirs rather than used in everyday commerce. For collectors, the 1972 Eisenhower Dollar series is particularly interesting because some versions of the 1972 coin from the Philadelphia Mint feature different reverse design varieties based on how the Earth appears above a moon. These varieties are known as Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3, and they differ slightly in the detail and shape of the Earth. Although these varieties are mainly associated with Philadelphia coins rather than Denver issues, they make the 1972 Eisenhower Dollar series an exciting area of study for coin collectors and numismatists. In addition to the standard copper-nickel circulation coins, special collector versions of Eisenhower dollars were produced at the San Francisco Mint using a 40% silver composition. These coins were sold to collectors in special mint sets and proof sets. Proof coins are struck using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, resulting in highly reflective surfaces and sharp design details. Silver Eisenhower dollars are particularly valued by collectors because they combine historical significance with precious metal content. From a numismatic perspective, the value of a 1972 D Eisenhower dollar depends largely on its condition. Coins that have been heavily circulated typically show wear on Eisenhower's portrait and the eagle design, which reduces their collectible value. However, coins that remain in uncirculated or mint state condition often display bright luster and sharp details, making them more attractive to collectors. High-grade examples that have been professionally graded by coin certification services can sometimes command higher prices in the coin market. Additionally, coins with minting errors such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or unusual die cracks can become more valuable because of their rarity. Historically, the Eisenhower Dollar series reflects a unique moment in American history when the country sought to honor both its political leadership and its achievements in science and exploration. By placing the portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower on the coin, the United States Mint paid tribute to a leader who guided the nation through the challenges of World War II and the early Cold War. At the same time, the reverse design inspired by the Apollo 11 moon landing celebrates one of humanity's greatest technological accomplishments.